back. Welcome. I'm Arthi Moore, Compassion Leader of Influence. You are listening to IBGR Radio, and we're in season 4, episode 13. It is season finale day today, and I'm talking about the brilliant mindset of an entrepreneur. Now, we've been delving into so many different topics over the last 12 sessions or the last 12 shows. And I've been doing a quick overview of what you can expect if you go back into www.ibgr.network and access the podcast, the show notes, even the ebooks that we've got available, every single thing that was prepared specifically for you. Now, we want to look at how we can help you, the business owner or entrepreneur, grow in your business. We welcomed you to grow with us. We said to you that we are walking alongside you on this journey and we were never going to let you go. Now, taking into account that we as entrepreneurs as well have battled, we have succeeded, we have laughed and we've cried, and more than that, we've celebrated. So, in this session now, in my last section, I want to talk about the how. And I'm talking about delving into the human experience will be the hidden gem that many people have overlooked before. Now, the human experience is a massive thing for me because I realized that with 4IR and technology becoming the greatest force, human beings will become the greatest asset to contend with. Now, finding the balance between the learning culture and implementation phase is a great adventure that we will explore in all of the areas that I'm speaking into in week 9, week 10, week 11, and week 12. And so when I was looking at all of those episodes, I wanted to share ideas and methodologies and also creative solutions that I had been experimenting with that I was using successfully in my own businesses. And so when I looked at week 9, I spoke into the success mindset that all entrepreneurs need. In fact, to grow a business, you need to know your business. So a lot of people make that, they have that as one of the greatest oversights. And yet it is the simplest thing to understand. What is your niche? And I'm not talking about your niche markets where you need to be so totally unusual that you stand out. I'm saying what did you do to actually add value to people in a way that made them come back to you without you even asking? You see, word of mouth is powerful. The quality that you receive is from your customers and your clients in terms of loyalty will be strongly based on the quality of what you gave to them, the relationships that you built with them, how you decided that they were people worth giving to. You see, when you need to grow a business, I always talk about how complacency has got no place in your life or in your business. And the reason being is that when I looked at rebranding my company at one stage, it is because I had a partner who was so stuck. He was stuck in his old beliefs, his old habits, and he was comfortable. Now you have to become so uncomfortable with being comfortable. That is the only time you are going to know your business properly. You see, if you are still battling at the end of every month and you're still wondering why other people are growing and you're not, challenge your thinking. Where are you stuck and where are you so comfortable that you've become uncomfortable? But not enough to change, not enough to adjust. And so when I looked at week number 10, I spoke into the fact that the voice of a visionary in leading innovation is one of your keys. So how is your innovative idea serving the world? That all adds up to each other. If you are going to grow your business, you need to know your business. And if you're going to know your business, how is your idea serving the world? Now, I said earlier, there's a difference between just being a person who serves all the time until you become a doormat to a person who is of service. And that is why I decided that in week 11, the servant entrepreneur was going to be key to making sure you understood where I was taking you to. And that is why I spoke about how we can be of service to others rather than just serving. You see, I find a lot of managers, and I've come across CEOs in my environment and boards of directors who think that they know everything and they have to be everything to people. But to serve your people means you need to listen to them carefully and understand where they're battling. Where can you can help them grow just by listening? Where can you be an encourager? Where can you stretch them? How can you stretch their thinking? How can you make them feel comfortable with themselves? Where are they so comfortable that they need to actually challenge their mindsets to get out of their own rut so that you can improve your service delivery? You can improve the performance management of your people. You can help them improve how they feel about themselves in terms of their self worth. You see, all of this adds up. And so when I spoke into week 12, I spoke about celebrating our humanity. I said acknowledge, celebrate, and give credit to the supporters, clients, and teams that helped you achieve your success. So don't ever walk this life blind to the people who are supporting you every single day, from the person who brings you your cup of coffee to the person who cleans up after you, the person who will cook and nurture you while you are building your business. You are not alone. Who is at home helping you? Who's your helpers? Who are the people that you depend on? Who are your tribe? Who are the people that you create as community that you can mastermind with, that you can share your deepest fears and your greatest accomplishments with without feeling guilty for either one of them? Who are these people? And when is the last time you looked at them with gratitude long enough to say, thank you? Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for all that you do. And how many times have you just said thank you to people as they filled your petrol for you or your diesel? How many times have you just made a person smile who served you, whether they were packing the aisles, they're making things convenient for you. So when I'm saying acknowledge people and give people credit where it's due, there's so much more to delve into in that environment. So when you look at it from the simplicity of celebrating our humanity, when is the last time you celebrated you? When is the last time you acknowledged that you are worth it? And I spoke into this topic deeply because I know that moments and memories are created intentionally. And that is something that is massive for me. I believe that every moment counts. You don't sit and wait until one day everything is so perfect, then you make a decision. By that time, you would have lost beautiful people. Talented people would have moved away just because you've never acknowledged them or given them credit. The relationship you hoped for, the person would have moved on to somebody else because they did not feel acknowledged in those moments they needed you the most. And that is in any relationship, whether it's with your clients or your customers, or even with the people that you interact with who depend on you and you depend on to make life successful, to make business successful. You see, when you seek significance, and that is something that Jan always talks about, when you seek significance, it is when you are helping other people to succeed, and at the same time, you will too. But here's the balance: you never do things in the hope that you will get something in return. You always give unconditionally. You give with an intention to bring love, laughter, joy, and happiness to somebody else. Know and understand that by making somebody else successful, whether it is by educating them, putting a plate of food on their table, helping somebody through life and through their darkest moments, being somebody who listens carefully, by bringing love and laughter and joy. I'm talking about the simplicity of just being human, where ego has got no place in any of these areas that I'm talking about. And so when we look at every single thing, when you look at my season, I started off with the visionary entrepreneur, and I took you through the areas that I believe that was an imperative for your growth. I spoke into in week 1 the compassionate entrepreneur of influence. Week 2, the creative entrepreneur. Week 3, the visionary entrepreneur. Week 4, loyalty is not as elusive as you think. Week 5, the inclusive entrepreneurial mindset is not exclusive. Week 6, a global entrepreneur encourages diversity and inclusion. Week 7, ladies and gentlemen unite, addressing their balance of gender roles in business. Week 8, conflict resolution techniques is a gift to your workforce. Week 9, the success mindset of that all entrepreneurs need. Week 10, the voice of a visionary in leading innovation. Week 11, the servant entrepreneur, and week 12, celebrating our humanity. All of this adds up to the brilliant mindset of an entrepreneur. And with that, I want to say it's been a pleasure and a privilege. I'm Earthy Moore, compassionate leader of influence. I welcome you to follow me on my social media platforms. Find me on www.ibgr.network. Find me on my personal website, www.arthimoy.com, or on www.kileadership.com. It's been an honor, it's been a privilege, it's been a joy, and it's been absolutely stunning to be of service to all of you. I thank you for listening to me, and I welcome you and entice you to listen to our podcasts that are readily available alongside our show notes and everything else on www.ibgr.network. And with that, I bid you a fond farewell. I wish you absolute success in your life. And I would love for you to have the most exquisite Easter weekend celebration. Be safe wherever you're at. Know that you're loved, honored, respected, and valued as a human being. And from my side, I am ready to sign out and say, until we meet again, take care and have fun.